back to another episode of Let's Talk Boxing. I'm Leti.
I'm LB.
And how about we get into some women boxing this weekend?
Ooh, we got a banger.
Damn, yes. So we have Franchon Crews out of Baltimore,
AKA the heavy hitting Diva,
versus Savannah Marshall out of the UK,
AKA the silent assassin until the press conference.
Exactly. That's so hilarious because I feel like it's like that all the time. Like even in the fight. Well, we just, as you see, we just got done watching the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. In all the meetups, the face-to-face that they do with each other, Savannah don't really talk, but I know it's the same thing. But in the press conference, she gonna talk. She gonna talk back.
Yeah, it seems like she said, like, oh, enough is enough.
That's funny because I was thinking the same thing. You just said that. I was like, that's so true. But with that being said, the press conference, it was a lot of back and forth between them, a lot of talking. But it seems like at this point, they're just ready to fight. We got Franchon's Undisputed and Savannah fighting. I don't even know, to redeem herself from the last fight that she lost with Clarissa Shield, but
which was a great fight.
It was, and I'm glad to see her
back.
back.
Fight for boxing.
Yeah, glad to see her back against heavy hitting. Diva.
Yeah, and if you watched our previous breakdown between Clarissa Shields and Savannah, you know that after that fight, this was one of the fights that we wanted to see. And so we're just super excited that this fight actually got made. Like, this is exactly what we asked for.
And this is going up for Savannah, right? She's going up in the division.
Savannah's going up. And you know what? Shout out to the UK for doing those sit downs. Them face to face. Man, I love those. Where they get to sit down and just talk their shit right in front of each other. It just makes for a good hype of the fight. Yeah,
good build up. The UK, they love the boxing. They go and support. They support women boxing, so that's what's up. Because they bang too. They can bang and give a show. But on that sit down, did anything stand out to you between them?
I will say this. Savannah, I feel like Savannah is more focused. I think she, it was interesting to hear her talking about that Clarissa Shields fight. And she said that, Clarissa surprised me. And she said she felt like, she didn't expect, she didn't know that she was that good. So it looked like she did a lot of soul searching, and, a lot of looking at herself in the mirror. And I think that she's going to come in ready.
Which was kind of weird though, because she's been in the ring with her before.
But it's been so long.
Right, but
it's been so
I'm
long.
sure you studied her, and I don't know if it was just because she had it in her head like I beat you before, so I'm gonna underestimate you. I don't know. I don't even know if she really did underestimate her, or she just kind of said that or whatever. But that just seemed kind of weird to me.
And then Franchon, on the other hand, she is confident and she's go ahead.
Singing her way out. Okay.
She letting everybody know, like, look, I'm here. You guys in the UK. You guys are in the UK, and Savannah's your girl, but I'm here, and she ain't taking these belts. Pretty much.
That was so funny. Franchon Crews, she funny to watch also because she just made sure, like, yes, I'm a boxer, I'm a heavy hitting, but I also do this. I don't just sit on my ass because in the press conference, Savannah was, I guess she said something like that.
And then it erupted in there.
And then she went in. She went in.
And it hasn't. I mean, I feel Franchon just for the simple way her career has started. I mean, the fight Clarissa Shields in her first fight, and we already know, how hard it is for the men in boxing, when they take a loss that early, they do get thrown away. And for her, in women's boxing, short notice to go up against Clarissa Shields, that's literally her only loss on her record. Like, that was amazing. And I go back and watch that fight all the time.
I was going to say, that fight right there really had me, stuck on stupid on the TV. Like, damn, that was crazy. That was so good.
And I was just thinking this week, can you imagine, that was only a 4-rounder. Can you imagine them in a 12 round? Jeez. Man, it's crazy. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know when it will make it out of the 12 round, but.
And Franchon, I remember she fought the woman fighter named Jimenez, where she ended up testing positive for steroids. So she's definitely had a rough road in this sport.
And she said it herself too. She made it sure to be known. Kind of getting into the fight, we know. Well, tell us a little bit how the fight got made between them.
Yeah, so I remember after the Clarissa Shields fight, you remember Franchon went up to the ring and then pretty much told Savannah, "Hey, I'll give you a shot," and so that's pretty much, I think they offered it to Savannah, and of course Savannah, the chance to be undisputed
because she was talking about like retiring after that Clarissa fight,
and she even said in this fight, she said. She just keeps saying that. But she even said in this fight, if I can't compete, with these two girls on this level, then she's like, what business do I have in the sport? And so for her to say, I feel like, she gonna bring everything she got.
Yeah, of course she is. Especially again at hometown in the UK, like she already lost her belts there. Yeah. She gonna want to come in and take these
and she
belts.
said she's hungry to get that, to be a champion again, and she misses that feeling. So
yeah, I bet. But we know Franchon Crews ain't coming to lay down.
What? She ain't laying down for nothing.
She go on dog walker, aka she said that ain't Alicia words. They're just not her words. But.
Yeah. And she come in with my boy Barry Hunter as the coach, one of the best motivators. Get you hyped in the corner.
Say what he gotta say.
He tell you exactly what you need to hear, whether you want to hear it or not, and he gonna give you that truth.
Yeah, he's funny to hear on the corner.
No nonsense.
But so tell me, what do you think? Who do you think gonna take the win? Do you have a new or still?
So look, I'm excited because also just the way they're fighting styles. Both of these girls got power. I would say this though, both of these girls got power. But I'll say this, Savannah definitely has the knockouts. Savannah's got the knockouts. Some people try to say like, hey, it's the competition and the opponents. But I will say this, we see other girls in there who are mismatches that aren't getting these girls out of there. So she definitely got some power. And even Clarissa after the fight was like, I think she said like, oh, she hit me and I couldn't even see for a while. And she said Savannah definitely has power. And she's also said Franchon has power. We saw Franchon. We saw Franchon against Cedar Roos. Remember for Undisputed? Man, that was bombs on bombs. And I'll say, when it comes to Franchon, she throws bombs and she looks heavy-handed. She got a mean overhand right. Then she got a nasty left hook. So, that's a little bit about him. And Savannah's got more of a boxing style. She kind of got a nice little rhythm, little bounce to her. Yeah. But, I think she's going to come out kind of actually, box at a distance. And I think Franchon's going to be the one, trying to close that distance. Yeah. But, if you watch that Clarissa versus Savannah, they was banging it out. And so this could be a war.
Yeah. I do think that Savannah's going to box a little more. But like we said, we know that she can bang also because we've seen that fight, and we know she can take them hits because she didn't get dropped. Yeah. Now, Franchon though, I just feel like she definitely has power, and she's always, I feel like, in war and fights, so she's used to getting hit and just, that fighting style. So I'm going to say I'm going to lean towards, it's a good fight because it can go both ways, honestly. It can really go both ways. But I'm leaning towards Franchon Crews for this fight. I think she really wants to make a statement also. I feel like she said she worked her ass off to get here, and I think she's just going to really want to keep those belts, especially in a chance to do it in the UK, where we said again, they have mad respect for boxing over there.
Definitely.
But again, Savannah, it could go like over there because she's so hungry to get those belts back. Yeah. And again, she's at home. It could really go just both, but I would just, if I had to lead somebody, I'm going to go with Franchon Crews. What about you?
Man, so to talk a little bit about this, I definitely think that Savannah's gonna come in and try to keep the distance to begin with, and Savannah, like if you watch her knockouts are usually come her boxing or way to her knockouts, and usually when she keeps her opponents on the end of her punches, that's when she's the most powerful. On the inside, I feel like her power isn't as deadly. For the simple fact of we seen her and Clarissa just go back and forth in the inside. But I think the thing about this, Franchon isn't as her hand speed isn't what Clarissa's is, and I don't think Franchon is as good a defensive fighter as Clarissa is. So I think that this is just a different matchup for her that way. So I think that I think it's easy, she'll have more success than she did versus Clarissa. But I think eventually Franchon is going to be able to close that distance. And when she closes that distance and she makes it a fight, I don't see Savannah being able to to win that battle on the inside like that. And so for that, I think that Franchon is gonna be able to work her way to a decision. But it's gonna be a close. It's gonna be a good fight. I wouldn't be shocked if both of them go down at some point, just because they're gonna be throwing bombs. And another thing cool about this fight is I feel like they're closer in size. When you see Clarissa fight Franchon Crews, or if you see her fight Savannah, there's a clear size difference. Clarissa being a lot smaller than those two. But so I'm excited for that, just to see. Just because they're on the same size. Yeah. And when it comes to the power, like I said, both these girls got power. But I kind of looked at they have one similar opponent. It was I believe her last name was Curry. And this was one fight where Savannah actually moved up and from middleweight. This was the last time she was around the weight that she's about to fight Franchon Crews. And it was kind of early on in her career, and she actually stopped that girl, right? And then Franchon Crews, that was Franchon Crews' actually last fight before she fought, before this fight, where Franchon fought Curry, and it went to a decision. But she won unanimous decision. But that's just something that I kind of think about when it comes to the power. But I just can't wait.
Yeah,
I just can't wait for it.
It's gonna be fun because. When I'm just saying, man, every Franchon Crews, like, you're just stuck, like, watching, like, dang, so it's gonna be a really good fight between both of them. Yeah, and also another thing about it is, sometimes the Savannah, she throws a, kind of a little flicking jab, and sometimes, it could be a little lazy at times, and if she is, Franchon got a nasty overhand right, and she could come over the top of it, so, that's. We don't have to wait to see what way it's gonna go, but it's not gonna be disappointing. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be a good fight to have.
And the crazy thing about this fight also is this wasn't even gonna be a main event. This was gonna be a co-main event.
What?
Yeah. And the main event fell out, and I was like, perfect. I was like, dude, I'm more excited. This is the real main event right here. Undisputed. You got an action-packed fan-friendly fight. This is what boxing needs right here.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but as you can see, we just can't wait for this fight. Let us know below who you guys got in this fight, or how you guys see this fight going. But that's all we got. So thanks for tuning in, y'all.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Or talk your shit. And we out.